guys, it's Jabu. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. It's nice to have you here. I just want to say thank you to those that have subscribed to my channel already. I've seen some growth already in my very first video that I posted last week. So thank you so much. I'm very grateful. So today's video it's gonna be about things that I love and hate about South Africa. And just to put a disclaimer out there, these are just my personal opinions, so please don't come after me. But don't get me wrong, like, South Africa is a beautiful country, just a lot of things, a lot of people, and a lot of factors that just make it impossible or just make it difficult to live here. These are just some of the points that I've written down, and I'm gonna work them from 5 up to 1 for both the things that I hate and love about the country. So starting at number 5 is too many political parties. Like, South Africa is just too many political parties for people to care. It's just too saturated. It doesn't really make a difference because the country's still where it is right now. Like, I feel like there's no movement, if you know what I mean. Number 4 on this list is it's too cold. I don't like winter in South Africa, or especially in Gauteng, because that's where I'm staying right now. It's just too cold. Again, my personal opinion, please don't come after me. But yeah, like, every single year it just seems to be getting colder and colder. Number 3 on this list is the public transport. It's a nightmare, especially if you're going to Joburg. No, let me not say if you're going to Joburg. If you're in Joburg and you have to go to another area, like let's say you want to go to Sandton or you want to go to Fourways, or even if you want to go to another province, it's just a hassle. And the taxi drivers, some people that work in the taxi industry aren't even helpful either. Like, if you're lost, you're lost. You just have to find your way around. I remember this one time that I had to go to Sandton for work, and I didn't know how to get a taxi there. So I had to ask the drivers there, like, can you please help me out? I'm trying to find taxis to go to Sandton. And then these taxi drivers, some of them on their best day, they'll tell you exactly where you need to go. Other days, like, they'll tell you and then they'll ask for like some sort of monetary compensation, like for a cold drink or something, or cigarette. And by the time, like, you don't even have enough money to give them a cigarette or give them money for a cigarette or cold drink or whatever they want, and then they direct you to another area where you get lost, even worse. Like, taxi drivers have different routes, okay? Like, if you have to go to a specific place or a specific town, like, a taxi won't just drop you from A straight to B. No, like, you have to take either 2 or 3 other taxis to get to where you need to be, and that can be very expensive. Number 2 is racism. To be honest, I haven't directly experienced racism, but I've seen and heard a lot of incidents, especially on the news and especially on social media. I don't understand why. Racism in this country is never gonna end. That's just, it's like racism everywhere. It's not just a South African problem, and I don't know why it's still continuing to this day. Like, at the end of the day, we're all just people, regardless of wherever we come from. And some people just fail to understand that. My number one problem of South Africa right now is the inequality. The inequality in the sense of gender-based violence, socio-economic issues which lead to high crimes, which leads to a lot of other bad things that happen in this country. Like, I can imagine right now how everyone is struggling to put food on the table, how everyone is struggling to make ends meet right now. And it's like the people that run this country don't even seem to care. It's hard. Like, it's even difficult right now looking for a job. And looking for a job, it requires a lot of money on top of that. It requires a lot of data, which is so fucking expensive. Sorry for my language. Just everything that's not right. it just it's like there's no end to it. Even though I hope that there will be an end to it one day. Soon, hopefully. I'm not surprised that South Africa right now is the highest it's the country with the highest unemployment rate right now. I had to compose myself there. So I'm gonna get to the list about the top 5 things that I like about this country, or love rather. Speaking about racism in the first list, like the party called EFF, Economic Freedom Fighters. Every time there's a racial incident, they're the ones that are quick to sort it out. Like they've done with the Clicks incident, EFF were quick to deal with that. And another issue was with the whole H&M incident of the black kid wearing a hoodie that said the coolest monkey or something on it. Yeah, EFF, they can shut the whole nation down when it comes to racism or racist issues. I think that's a good thing about a political party. They deal with racism accordingly. I talk about political parties like this as if I'm a political person and I'm not. I really couldn't care less about the politics of this country because it just never changes. Situation is still the same. But this is a happy list, so let me just continue. Number 4 is the warm weathers rather. It's summer and spring. Although spring has its days when it's very cold and rainy, my favorite season is autumn. Like it's not too hot, it's not too cold. Like today, even though it's spring right now, but it's sunny, it's a bit windy, but I'm cool with that. Number 3 coincides the with number 4 is the coastline. Oh my gosh. Like our coastline is the most beautiful I've seen. I don't think I can say anything more about how beautiful our coastline is. You just need to come to South Africa and experience it for yourself. Come to Cape Town, go to any town in the Garden Route, go to Port Elizabeth or now Gqeberha, go to East London, go to Durban, go to Alexander Bay. You'll see it for yourself. Number 2 is our unique sense of humor. That's what I really love about about South Africa. Like South Africans have the skill of making any horrible situation into a funny and hilarious thing. We just laugh about our thing, no matter how bad it is sometimes. Okay, and finally, number 1 is the diversity. Like South Africa is rich in culture. There's just so many diverse cultures, and we learn to what's that word? We learn to live together in that diversity. I don't think there's any culture in this country that thinks that they're better than the other. Last month was Heritage Day, and we got to some people got to wear their cultural clothes or traditional wear in public, and it's such a beautiful thing to see, honestly. Like people embracing their culture, people talking in their languages, being proud of their language. Yeah, that's what I love. The Rainbow Nation, as we're called. This is the end of it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.